Hey guys, what is up? My dog. He just had his face right for him. Whatever. So I've not uploaded in forever. My windows are messed up, man. But so I have been watching YouTube a lot, and so yeah. I've been here actually a long time, guys. So yeah, I haven't uploaded in forever. I'm very sorry about that. I wish I would have. I really wish I would have. I'm not lying. But I got a video uploaded. I mean, not video.
My twin sister, when she was 2 years.
I got a video game downloaded. I uploaded a video on it, and it's called Turbo Dismount. You should know what it is.
Years old, was sitting on a swing with my older brother, who was only a slightly bigger child at the time, and he was trying to get the swing going and fell off on top of my sister. Her top teeth dug into her chin when she fell and had to get stitches, and now she's forever cursed with a faint line on her chin. Fast forward a couple years, and she was on the trampoline with me, my brother, and some other friends. And we were just going at it. And Faith said, "Guys, you're bouncing me too high! I'm gonna..." She was in a wheelchair the next couple of months and became the most popular girl in school overnight, until she was all better. But all those injuries are kind of understandable. Mine, however, wasn't. So I had a hamster once, and one day I was cleaning its glass cage outside and I had it flipped upside down. And I thought, I wonder if I can stand on that. There was blood everywhere. The hamster had to live in an old cage, and it was all my fault. But hey, I didn't need stitches, and I have a scar on my foot forever.
Hamsters. I don't know. Freaking love pears. Wait, did it say? Oh, yep, it's complete, guys. So we're gonna watch this video and then we're gonna do what
Hey, just a heads up, don't get too attached to any of the hamsters mentioned in this video, because they're all dead. And I would say that no hamsters were harmed in the making of this video. Well, I mean, no hamsters were harmed while I made this video. They're all still dead. But some hamsters, they got harmed. Just keep watching. If there's anything I've learned that the internet just loves, is stupid drama and cute animals. So I'm going to talk about all the cute hamsters that I've enslaved. Our family enslaved quite a lot. It was my twin sister who really wanted a pet hamster and bugged my mom to get one. And my mom, being super nice, bought her the cage, and we bought everything else, including a little black hamster. We named him Squeaks. And he liked to do this really cute thing where he put all of his food in his hamster wheel, and it was made of plastic so he could do that. And then late at night, he would just run in it, and it would sound like... It was like a more annoying maraca. I actually made a comic on paper inspired by this hamster. Wow, you got a hamster? Yeah, but he doesn't do much. Well, yeah, this type of hamster is nocturnal. Really? That means I'll hardly notice him. And then at night, he's trying to sleep, but the hamster is loud, and that's keeping him awake. And Joe said he'd hardly...
Jeez, man. All the freaking cereal I want to eat.
And I need to tell you about a dog that we have named Georgie. And actually, a little fun fact about Georgie. She was born on Election Day of 2004, which is a much cooler holiday to have a birthday on. It only comes once every 4 years. It's like leap year. More rare. So since George W. Bush won the 2004 election, we named our dog Georgie after him. Aww. And that also means that our 12th birthday was on the 2nd. I definitely won't be able to get this video out by that time, but still. Happy birthday to you. Yay!
I'm gonna need some sandwich.
So Georgie can get the birthday, because it's her birthday, and Poppy can get the girl, because she's a girl. Do you like it?
I wonder if this tastes good.
Oh.
This is a huge waste of money.
Anyway, back to rodents. This dog just loved to murder these animals. Well, I don't know if murder's the right word. No, murder's the right word. You have to understand that Georgie is a West Highland Terrier, and that breed is known for hunting small animals. So having Georgie and a hamster in the same house doesn't mix well. We had this little plastic hamster ball that we put Squeaks in sometimes. The first time we put Squeaks into his plastic ball, my older brother bowled him. like a bowling ball. PETA, don't sue me. I was vegan for a week. And Georgie thought it was a treat just for her. A treat with a hard outer shell and a juicy middle. She would go straight up rabid wolf on that hamster ball. We didn't put Squeaks inside his hamster ball anymore after that. But there's even more to say about this hamster. One day, me and my sister came home from school and Squeaks was just gone. He escaped. Everyone check your pockets! We looked everywhere and we couldn't find him. We had to keep a close eye on Georgie at all times. My sister put up missing posters around the house. I don't know if those helped. We made these traps out of Duplo. Did anyone else's parents get them Duplo instead of Legos? No? Only my parents were that lame? Alright, we built this box thing out of Duplo, and we made these stairs going up to the top of the box, and we put lettuce on each step, and the plan was that the hamster would walk up the stairs and fall in the box, because they're stupid, but the traps never worked. And all the hamsters we got in the future that also escaped, we made the same traps, and not once did they ever work. 4 days. Squeaks was missing for 4 days. We found his body inside the wall. He was alive! My dad was sitting on the couch relaxing. It was dead quiet, and he just heard the faintest. Squeaks was inside the wall. We think he got in through our laundry chute. I don't know what I would do if my kid's hamster was inside the wall of my house. Well, kids, now's an important time I teach you about death. My dad ended up cutting 3 holes in the wall and lured Squeaks out with some lettuce. Poor thing, he was probably starving. Hopefully he kept some extra food in his cheeks. So even being tormented by the dog and getting stuck in the wall for 4 days, Squeaks still lived a fulfilling 2 years of life. Hamsters don't have that long a lifespan. We buried him in the backyard. After the Squeaks dynasty, we got some more hamsters. Squeaks 2, that was the next one. We thought maybe if we introduced Squeaks 2 to Georgie, then they could be friends and get along. I'll spare you the details of what happened that night. The next one we named Killer because he kept biting us, so get it? Killer? Yeah, he ended up getting killed. Nah, I'm just kidding. He wasn't killed. He lived a long and normal hamster life. Squeaks 2 was killed, though. I don't know if you picked up on that. We bought these 3 little hamsters. Seriously, they're the most adorable little things. They look like this. I forgot their names. We'll just call them the 3 amigos. Aw. The lady at the pet store told us that if we bought hamsters from the same litter, they would all get along. She was obviously just trying to sell us more hamsters. Or maybe she didn't have any siblings. But these bros just hated each other. They would never stop fighting. As I was writing the script for this, I thought, well, maybe they were just aggressively playing. So I googled, do hamsters play with each other, just to be sure, and the first thing that showed up, dwarf hamsters, which is what the 3 amigos were, are quite territorial and will not see former cage mates as old friends. They see them as threatening rivals. So there we go, you really know your hamsters, lady. So we had to get 3 different cages for them. We put them right next to each other, and I swear they still gave each other some death glares. I actually made a video a long time ago about this time I broke one of their cages. I was cleaning it outside, and for whatever reason, I was like, I wonder if I could stand on it. The answer, no, I couldn't. The glass broke and I bled everywhere, and I still have the scar on my foot. And then all the 3 amigos died off, one by one. Sorry, I'm getting really emotional. We also had this other hamster named Buddy, and I wasn't going to mention him because he just escaped and we never found him. Except as my mom was reading over the script, because she reads over my scripts, thanks Mom, she turned to me and said, "Did we ever tell you what happened to Buddy?" And I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "You know how we couldn't find him?" Well, we did, but the dog got to him first. This one time I wanted to buy a hamster and I saw some that were on sale, and there was a piece of paper next to the cage that said, "Please adopt us." Oh shoot, I'll take one of these puppies. No, not an actual puppy. I meant one of the hamsters. And I named her Pumpkin Seed because she was that tan pumpkin seed color. But then 1 month after I got her, she just died for no reason. Even though I loved her. She had food, she had water. This wasn't the first time I was taking care of a hamster, okay? All the other ones lived for a couple of years. I was so sad. I totally got gypped. No wonder they were on sale. They were all halfway to death's door. I mean, I only had the hamster for a month. I didn't get that emotionally attached to it. But then later, I got a different hamster that I paid full price for, and I named her Gumball. Unlike all the other hamsters that were technically my sister's, this hamster was all mine. And she didn't have anything traumatic happen to her. She had a good hamster life. I was pretty sad when Gumball died. We lavished these hamsters, okay? We loved them. At least my sister did. She cried when they died and made little gravestones for them. Our mom used to always say, there's no point in being a skinny hamster. She gave them a lot of treats. So much so that it got to the point that the hamster would come out looking for my mom just by the sound of her voice. All in all, there's about 7 dead hamsters buried in our backyard. Rip in peace, little bros. Oh, Jose, can you see?
Okay. So, I made me a sandwich. That was is what was going on that entire time I was going, trying to scare you guys. I was eating. I got a sandwich. So guys, if you guys did not know, a new season has came around, and they added a new car to Turbo. Oh God, they added a new car to Turbo Dismount, and I'm very happy now because now you got the car from Spy Season, and now you also got the car from this season. And I guess last season was lazy season or something. So they added the couch. Pretty useless. Copyright 2004. Look away. See? What? Mustard. Oh. Oh yeah, I got my mom's phone number. So I'm gonna show you what this is. You guys ready? Boom! Okay. Let's do this. Something. Can a couch escape the cops? Answer is maybe. Okay, answer is definitely no. They cannot escape the cops. Like, you're like, woo, boom. A blast from the past. Bang! Jesus! I just got my phone back today, that's why I haven't uploaded in so long, because I was grounded. And yeah, so but my mom gave me back my phone this morning, and yeah. So that leads us up to this moment. I had school today. I would have uploaded earlier if I didn't. Yeah, boom! They go too quick. They go quicker than they are supposed to. Okay, guys. This is something I've been dying to show guys. Go to characters. You go to select head, and you literally got all these heads. All of these heads. Like, for real? Now you add this in the newest version? Ooh, bad cop. Let's show the cop car. Go, go, go! Go, go, go! Oh my god. Who guard can mess up this bag? Nailed it! Oh. Freaking mustard. It tastes so freaking weird when you're just taking the mustard. I'm really that big of a fan of mustard anymore. Let's be a spy! Spy! Yay! Yay! Yeah! Whoop! 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 Ah! You killed your own giant! Look out! Ah! Die! This was added a long time ago. Like, loads of added that I have no idea about. But, yeah. Got loads of hats now. Who is this for? I know. It's for the lazy dude, isn't it? I bet it's for the lazy dude. See how these help out. Yeah! Oh no! So guys, yeah, I've been digging around on Google Play for some stuff, and yeah, so I love Google Play because they give you all the freaking games you will not get through that. So yes, you guys can see they got this Goat Simulator right here for $5, and I'm really mad about that. So just go check those. You can see if the demo's out. I think somebody's here. I ain't gonna be till like 6 o'clock till my mom gonna get some. Shut up! Смешу, конечно. Flat bottle. So guys, today we're gonna be looking up some zombie games. ZOMBIEGAMES. Shooting. Max, shut up. Alright guys, I've made my decision. Did I get to man? You want to do zombies now? Razid. Dang Bag it! Which one is enough space? Dang it! Dang it! Dang it! Dang it! Oh my god! Nice! Why do I have to remove so much stuff on my phone for this game? I know it looks bad. Oh my god, why? Not to do about this month. No! I don't want to lose this one. Dang! I must remove these games. No! No, God, no! Why? I must remove all my games for this. No! I must not. It looks cool, but I don't give a crap. Marshmallow. Marshmallow. Gabe the dog. Gabe the dog. Gabe. Bloody finger drum. Yeah, fight that, bro. That is not no GTA, bro. That's not no GTA. Into the dead. Fly. Oh, you guys heard of Flat Zombies cleaning up in the fence? I love this game. What? If I were gonna wait that, oh my. Yeah, I'm going out. No, I don't want to.
So I was sitting in the doctor chair because I was about to donate blood, because I do that, and I was thinking, the next video is like 6 minutes long. That's twice as long as my other videos. I need to come up with a super short video to keep my viewers quen. So I was sitting in the recovery room eating my pretzels.
You know, okay, what happened to the good food you get when you donated blood? I remember a year ago when I started donating, they had fruit snacks and double stuffed Oreos and apple juice. Now it's like, here's some water and some pretzels. You're a real hero, you know? Like, that was one of the main reasons I donated blood. Oh, you saved so many lives. Thank you. Yeah. Just give me my Oreos. Like, if I was roommates with Dracula and he offered to cook me a meal, like a good tasting meal for a cup of my blood, I would accept it in a heartbeat. I mean, not every day, obviously. Maybe like every Friday. So this all happened about an hour ago. Well, probably like 2 days ago when this video comes out. And if you're watching it a year from now, it happened about a year ago. So sorry if I don't sound as animated as usual. So it is entirely possible that someone watching this has my blood in them. And I think that makes us related by blood. So I got into the blood donation business because my dad has O negative blood, which is the universal donor blood. They keep O negative blood on ambulances because O negative can give to everyone. There's no blood tests needed. But I'm O positive, which is the most common blood type. So I'm not special. One time I was in a child development class, and I don't know how the topic came up, but my table started talking about blood types, and I said, "Oh, I'm O positive." And this girl across from me says, "Oh, I forget mine, but my doctor said I'm the universal donor." And I said, "Oh, that means you're O negative." And then the teacher walks by and is like, "Oh, you're talking about blood types? What are you, girl?" And she says, "O neg." She said "O neg." Like, so many people have asked her what her blood type is, and she didn't want to waste her time any more than she had to by saying a tiv. You didn't even know what your blood type was until I said it. And then I don't remember why, but she got her donor card out of her purse, and it says what blood type you have, and she says, on here it says I have O positive. So I guess O positive is the universal donor. And you know those moments where you want to argue with someone because you're so obviously right, but you just don't care enough, and you don't want to talk to the person any longer than you have to? You know those moments? So I go, "Oh, yeah, I guess you're right."
What the fucker?
Okay, so now we're at the end of the video. If any of you can donate blood, you should actually really go because it's really good. cause. And I think you need to be 18 to donate. That's how old I was. And, okay, so I'm thinking about adding this new thing where I with no monsters left on the field. I'll summon Dark Magician.
That's freaking chocolate. I'm afraid to be mad.
GG. GG. I gotta bounce, guys. Alright, man.
I'm about to kill.
Science fair. I was talking to a friend saying, oh, I know, I can do a video about the science fair and, talk about how much it sucks. And she said, oh, at my school, we didn't do the science fair. That got me wondering, did other people not do the science fair? So I did my own science experiment on Twitter. I ran a poll and asked you guys if you even did the science fair and whether or not you enjoyed doing it. And 58% of you said you didn't have to do the science fair. Like, that was way more than I expected. That's the majority. I've renamed this group of people the lucky one. And when I asked if you enjoyed doing it, 21% of you said you did enjoy it, and 21% of you said you didn't. I know Twitter polls aren't the most accurate sources of data, but I think it's safe to say that this is a pretty split issue. Now, I'm in the 21% of people who didn't enjoy the science fair. And don't get me wrong, I love science. Well, okay, that might not be true. I really hated biology and chemistry. That was just a mess. But physics was okay. Maybe I don't like science. I just like space and watching these. Bill and Neil, they're my buddies. Except Neil did hurt my feelings one time. We'll get back to that later. Alright, so let me briefly go over what the science fair is for you lucky ones who didn't have to deal with that. Apparently, it's a very American thing, right guys?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
yeah,
totally.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Basically, we started doing them, I want to say around 4th grade, and we would do this every year up until the 10th grade. The whole class would spend all day researching a topic that interests them, and then we would have to come up with a question that we could run an experiment on. An example of these questions are, does the temperature of a battery affect how long it will last? What color light produces the most heat? How does the shape of a rocket's fins affect its travel? All of which are projects I did. Basically, this was supposed to teach you about the scientific method, but what it really did was teach us how to procrastinate and make up data. And on paper, you might think, oh, that sounds like fun. I wish my school did the science fair. No! Here are some flaws with the science fair. First, you got the option to work with a partner. And of course you want to work with a partner so you can split up the work and not do as much. Now, since I didn't have any friends, I would partner up with someone that no one else wanted to partner up with. But they wouldn't do any of the work. I only did the science fair with a partner once. From 5th grade on, I did my science fair projects alone. The second problem is that we had to come up with a question all on our own. And you gotta understand, we were just kids. We don't think as cognitively as scientists do, okay? Just a couple years ago, we still believed in Santa Claus. Except for me, my family didn't do Santa Claus. And now you want us to wonder if the ratio of a cylinder will affect its buoyancy? Like, come on. And also, we don't have access to any resources. You know, the science fair is a lot like an episode of Mythbusters. But what sets apart the Mythbusters from your average 4th grader is that they're really smart engineers who have access to explosives, while we can't even drive to Walmart ourselves. We have to ask our parents to take us. One year, I wanted to do an experiment on a certain type of soil, so I did research, I wrote everything all up, but then when I went to Home Depot to buy the soil, they didn't even have it! So I had to pick a new topic and start all over again. Now do you see why I think the science fair sucks? So okay, I think it would have been better in elementary school if we were assigned a question. I know the whole point of these things is about discovery, but we're all stupid, okay? I guess if you're anything like me and you chose a crappy question, you'll have a bad science fair. My very first science fair, after all day researching possible questions, me and my partner came up with a question, what time of the day is the hottest? Now, I already know the answer to this question, and in 4th grade, I'm sure I already knew the answer to this question too. It's noon. Like, I don't need to run an experiment on that. In fact, I can just go to Google and seriously just type weather, and boom, there's my data right there. No need for an experiment. But the science fair isn't just finding the answer to your question. No. First, after you research the topic, you have to write a hypothesis. A hypothesis is basically you guessing what you think the result of the experiment will be, but you don't write it down as, I think this will happen. No, you write it like you know what's going to happen. A formula, science, for a perfect hypothesis is if blank, then blank because blank. Let's use my battery experiment. I said, does the temperature of a battery affect how long it will last? So after doing research about how batteries work, a hypothesis for this experiment would be, if two AA batteries are used at different temperatures, then the battery in the hot temperature will not last as long because the battery's fluid will evaporate, which damages the internal structure of the battery. Oh, and spoiler alert, no, it doesn't. I put 2 batteries outside, 2 in the freezer, I let them sit, and then I plugged them into my Game Boy Advance, and they lasted the exact same amount of time. I learned nothing. So you also have to write up the materials you use for the experiment, then you have to write up the steps to do the experiment, the procedures, and you also have to write an introduction, basically just bullcrapping what you're going to do. Then you do the experiment, aka the fun part. Make sure you write down your results because you have to make a graph. You have to. How do you make a graph to show that batteries at different temperatures lasted the same amount of time? They did. You think you're done, right? But no, you gotta write up the results as if your graph didn't already perfectly depict that, and a conclusion. The conclusion is like the most insulting part of the science fair. You basically go through this checklist of questions that you answer. Was your hypothesis correct? No, my hypothesis was not correct. What mistakes could you have made in your experiment? I don't know. Maybe I took the batteries out of the cold and hot and put them in a room temperature Game Boy, and in a couple of minutes they both went to a room temperature. I don't know. How can others use this information you found? What do you mean? All the batteries lasted the same. I don't think anyone is going to put their batteries in their freezer to have literally no effect. Alright, and then you take everything you wrote, print it out, and then slap it onto a poster board. And everyone, and I mean everyone, would use construction paper as a border around the text to give the poster board a good aesthetic. I think the second most fun part of the science fair was choosing what word art font you would use for your title. Oh, and by the way, the teachers told us to have a creative title to catch people's attention. Like, that was part of the assignment. We got graded on the title. Basically, they were telling us to create puns for a grade. If you're doing a project that's measuring plant growth, Ready, Set, Grow, that was a very popular choice. And then everyone took their poster boards and presented it in front of the whole class. Those were the 3 most boring days of science ever, except for the day you presented. That was the most stressful day. And then after all of that...
I'll let YouTube change them.
Today's word of the day is micturate. Did you come here to listen to me talk about juvenile topics and tell bad puns? Well, you're in luck. What? You didn't? Aw, that really pisses me off. You all read the title. You know what this video is going to be about. Peeing yourself. James is running out of ideas! In my adult life, I've had so many close calls with not making it to the toilet. I'm surprised I haven't pooped my pants more often. One time when I was in college, I was walking home from campus and I sort of had that feeling that I needed to go. I thought I could make it back to my dorm, but then when I was walking back, I just couldn't hold it, so I started just booking it back home. Apparently running makes it so you poop faster though. But I burst through the front door and I just went straight for the bathrooms, and it was close. Very, very close, but I made it. If the front door was locked, I don't know what I would have done. Another time I had a close call, I was playing Pokemon Go. It was pretty similar to the first story. Pikachu? More like Pissa... Never mind. I don't have a clean record. There's been times when I was a kid and I soiled my britches. Before I tell you stories about my childhood, I just wanted to say that according to my mom, I was potty trained very easily. Now, I have no memory of this, but apparently every time me and my twin sister went to the bathroom in the toilet, we got M&Ms. And my twin sister, bless her soul, was having some trouble learning how to do it. So instead, I just shared my M&Ms with her and everyone was happy. Except it's been 20 years and she's still not potty trained. I'm still giving her M&Ms to this day. I've had a couple of accidents happen when I was in elementary school, but only like 2 times though. I promise. The first time I peed my pants in class, I was in the 1st grade. And my 1st grade teacher was just a humongous bitch-year-old. I hated her. Now, just a humongous person. Literally, she was pregnant. For the first 9 months of my 1st grade career, I had to deal with this pregnant person, and even as a little tiny 6-year-old, I hated her. Now I'll give her the benefit of the doubt and say that we are probably ornery little 6-year-olds, but I wouldn't expect 6-year-olds to be well behaved. So why would you get a pregnant person who feels sick all the time to be our teacher? Was it because she couldn't afford maternity leave? One day she threw up in a trash can right in front of us, and we all just sat there not really doing or saying anything. I made a video about this a long time ago, but one time my twin sister got injured on a trampoline and she had to be in a wheelchair for a couple of months. That happened while we were in 1st grade. So one time when we were in class, there was a fire drill, and the teacher told my sister that she had to get out of the wheelchair. Now, she could get out of the chair. Her legs worked just fine. It was her back that was injured. But I mean, what if she was actually bound to that wheelchair? Do we not have an escape route for the disabled? Leave the chair behind, it'll only slow you down! What? You need that chair to move around? well, it's gonna have to burn! But it gets worse. To get out of the school, we had to go up these stairs, and I was helping my sister walk up them, because a doctor told her she shouldn't be walking at all. And my teacher saw this. She knew my sister was in a wheelchair 2 minutes ago, and she said, "Don't help her." You know how when you're a little kid and you think that adults know everything and they're always telling you to do the right thing? That should have been my first clue that, nope. What a female dog. Not just that, a pregnant female dog. So one day I asked the teacher if I could go to the bathroom, and can you guess what she said? She said no. I forget the exact circumstances, but you shouldn't ever tell a 6-year-old that they can't go to the bathroom. Because guess what? They can. And they will. That hand raise, that's not really asking for permission. That's giving you a warning. I raised my hand a second time. Do you remember when you told me I couldn't go to the bathroom? Well, we have a bigger problem now. I wish I knew curse words back then. You know, that kid that was inside my teacher's belly could be watching this right now and have no idea how stupid their mom is. This is why I'm never getting pregnant. The second time I peed myself, I forgot what grade I was in. Hopefully I was still in 1st grade. It definitely wasn't 12th grade. But this time it was at recess. And I didn't know that you could go to the bathroom at recess. I thought the school was locked up. So I had to really go to the bathroom. And I did, and all my classmates thought I peed myself, and I told them, no, I was drinking water, and the water rolled down my face and all congregated in my groin region. Which, if I was going to lie, I should have just said that I spilt water on my pants. No one believed me, except for one person. My twin sister. I knew saving her in that fire drill was a good move. But yeah, everyone else was right. I did McTurate myself.
That's all there is to it. A winner.
Guys, let's talk. I'm going to tell you something I thought I would take to my grave. So if we ever meet each other in real life, you're not allowed to make fun of me for this. I, James, was a bedwetter until I was 8 years old. I was good going to the toilet when I was conscious. But being unconscious, I was uncontrollable. If we're counting the total times in my life that I've had an accident, then there's too many to count. There were many days when I would wake up to wet bed sheets, then I'd have to change my sleeping position and try and get some more sleep. The worst part about wetting the bed is that you have no control over it. You were gambling every time you went to sleep. There were some things I would try to help me not wet myself. One thing were these things called good nights. They were pretty much diapers with a bigger kid on the package. Your life hits a low point when you have to wear diapers for a second time. I would hate putting these things on. Because they're totally stupid, and I'm 8 years old. I don't need diapers. I literally never slept with them on once. I would take them off every night before I would go to bed. I hated those things. I'd rather pee my pants than wear a diaper. So since I didn't like those, I tried this alarm thing, which I also hated. You put a clamp on your underpants, and you put this thing called an alarm unit right next to your face, and you'd sleep with this contraption of uncomfortableness on you, and if you started to pee, that would trigger the alarm, which would blast a loud noise in your face, and that was supposed to wake you up like, hey, you're peeing! Problem was that every time the alarm went off, I was too tired to remember what was going on. So I would just think, what the heck? I need to get this loud noise away from me. And I would just rip off the alarm and throw it away and go back to sleep without realizing what I was doing. Sort of like what I do now with the real alarm. Then I'd go back to bed, wake up in the morning and realize, oh, that's why the alarm went off. Then later I got some pills from some doctor. I don't remember what was in them, but every time I had a pill, I wouldn't wet the bed. But then one day I ran out of pills. I still went to bed though, and I woke up with clean sheets. And I never wet the bed again after that. I grew out of it. So if any of you watching right now are bedwetters, there's a pill for that. Drugs. Solves all your problems, baby. I know this video has a weird subject matter, but let's be realistic. It's a part of life. Everyone poops or pees their pants at some point. And if you haven't, well, that just means you have something to look forward to when you're really old. In case you didn't know, I'm at PAX South right now, unless you're watching this video after this weekend. I was really crunched for time getting the drawings done, so I had my friend Speechy help color some of the pictures, except she did too good of a job coloring, and they were all way too detailed for my style. Like look at this bed. I can't use this. I only use 5 colors tops. So I decided I'm not gonna give her a shout out. Again, that's Speechy, who I'm not shouting out. I think her fan art made it into this video, actually. And also my buddy Carson Animates colored like 2 of the pictures, and I'd feel weird if I didn't acknowledge that he helped color 2. Thanks for watching. This is my 100th video, so to celebrate, you should watch this video 100 times and share it with 100 friends, which means that this video should get at least a...
Hey, Travis, we've got a big announcement today. Are you ready? No, why? Well, you are here with me. You're literally standing, like, right there. What? Well, no, you can't do that. That's impossible. And what's this? Yes, Travis, I can see it's a portal, but, why do you need that? Okay, well, this announcement is really important, so this better work. So, just hold there, and I need to push you. Wow, you are heavy. Did you put on some weight? Jeez. Guys, he is so heavy right now. I bet you've got stones in your shoes, or he's holding one between his hands that we've never seen before. So, I'm almost there. Just push you a little bit further. I don't want to punch you, Travis. That would be mean. Can I do it? Bam! Okay, that's working. Yeah, I know it hurt, but just give me 2 seconds. Ready? We're going in. I don't know why you want me to do this anyway. It's such a waste of time. Right, get in there. Oh, he's gone. Hey, what?
Not get alive. Talk you later. What is up, bros? Welcome back to the channel, and today I am... You guys know I'm still recording, right? I was just kidding with you guys, but still... Oh no, I hate that noise. Well, I don't think I played this. Oh, I think I have played this actually. One day. Whoa, my God. Okay. Today. got $820. What guns can we buy? What? Yeah. I'm gonna save it for that Desert Eagle. One. $805. Yes, guys, we're going good. 1,165. Are you kidding me? Hey, at least I still got the money. Heck yeah, bro. Look at how freaking this. I'm doing so good, guys. I'm doing so good. It's so fun. I love this game. Alright, guys. The video's about to come to an end. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Look at 1,500 bucks. See if we can get. So guys, now we got a freaking bow and arrow. Right through the face. Yes! We have to do one more. Let's do the next round. Buddy, wanna go outside? Buddy, wanna go outside? Hey guys, let me pause the video real quick. I'll be back in a second. Hey bros, I'm back. So we got 1,443 bucks. Look at those. I just want some melee weapons. See if we can get that yet. No. Because I'm just trying to buy loads of weapons. Just like we know for a fact we're ready. Got the new gun. Alright guys, I'm grabbing the one shot. Alright, let's do this. Very scared.
Want more money? Enable S'more's lock screen on your phone and earn cash. Get S'more today.
Before I begin, I'd like to say that this video is extremely embarrassing for me. I'm going to tell you some things that